Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Fear the Walking Dead, which is the spin-off show of The Walking Dead. So I do want to start out saying that I am a Walking Dead fan, but I'm not a hardcore Walking Dead fan. I do think the show has a bit of pacing problems, and I can make a whole nother video of what I like and dislike about The Walking Dead. But I was really excited about Fear the Walking Dead because it's something different. It's not following the comics. There's no restrictions, and it's only 6 episodes. I thought The Walking Dead was really well done for season 1 and even season 2 when it was only 13 episodes or 6 episodes, and now they extended it to 16, and who knows how much they're going to extend it in future seasons. But here it's only 6 episodes, so I think the pacing will be better done here because of that, because there's only a few episodes that you can tell your story, not many filler episodes you can have. But let's start talking about this episode. It was an hour and a half long, so it was a pretty long episode, and it's about a blended family. It seems like they just got married, from what it seems like, and the chemistry between the family, and we have both parents are teachers at the school, so they're normal people. They're middle class people living in LA, and we get to see that one of the mother's side, well, the wife's side, she has 2 children. The daughter who, has a nice boyfriend. He wants to be an artist, and she has her life straight. She's going to Berkeley. She's going to a good college. And then the son, who ends up being a drug addict, and the family having to deal with that, and there's definitely a big conclusion with that in this episode. It definitely drives the first episode. The other half of the family, the husband side of the family, we don't really get to see much in this episode. It seems like in future episodes we will, but he has a son. They're kind of estranged. The son really doesn't talk to the father, even though the father has him on weekends. It doesn't seem like a great relationship, and it doesn't really seem like the half siblings really like each other that much either. So we see the establishment of the family. They're just normal people living in LA. And then we see that there's an opening shot of our first zombie. And they're not all rotten like they are in The Walking Dead. They're regular zombies. They're look like regular people, except with some blood and eating people. But hey, their flesh is not rotten. So it's definitely a different type of zombie here, because this is a new thing. In The Walking Dead, it's been a year or 2, so we get to see more rotting bodies in The Walking Dead universe. But yeah, so the opening shot here is that we see that the drug addict son sees that there is a zombie, but he doesn't know it's a zombie, because this is a world where, what the hell is zombies? These are in movies. Walkers, what is this? So in the Walking Dead universe, everyone knows what these walkers are, so they don't really have to discover it. In this show, they have to discover it and saying, oh, why the hell is this guy eating people? What is this? And how a community reacts to that, where they're still used to cell phones and just living normal lives, and they're not our Walking Dead characters, where they're living in camps and have had no electricity in months, in years now, on the show. But if you start in season 1, so this is the time where Rick's in the coma, and again, seeing how LA reacts to this, the West Coast reacting to it instead of the East Coast, and a full family reacting to it, a blended family, which I think is really interesting. And then the ending of this episode, we get to see some intense stuff, where the son, one of his friends, where we thought he's a good guy, he's introduced in the episode, is actually his drug dealer and turns into a zombie by the end. So now the family, or at least half of the family, is starting to realize, something's up here. What the hell's going on? And even though these characters are very different, they are family, but they're very different, they're gonna have to work together to survive, and they really highlight that in this episode. I thought that, like I said, it's an hour and a half episode. It's a bit slow in the beginning, I will say that, just like The Walking Dead has pacing problems. I don't think it was a horrible pacing problem, though. I think they introduced the world that they had to introduce. The characters were mostly interesting. They couldn't make every character interesting here, but I thought they did a pretty good job at setting things up and making you care by the end, what happened to the son and what's happening to this family. So you have that intense moment, and that's the best thing to say about this show, is that it plays on the Walking Dead rules by you being a viewer of the Walking Dead. It does help you, because you have these intense moments where the music is playing, you're not seeing someone's face, and you're like, he's a zombie, why the hell are you just using a flashlight here, you need a gun. So there's those moments where they play with the Walking Dead rules, but they don't know the rules yet. As a viewer, you know the rules, and they're learning the rules. And that's what's really cool about this pilot, and what I'm really looking forward to about this show is how these characters develop and become not killers, but survivors. Because again, in The Walking Dead, they're all survivors. They know how to shoot. There's like 5-year-old kids learning how to shoot and stab people. But in this show, I mean, it's a regular society. Of course, you're not going to shoot somebody. You don't know what a walker is. You don't know that they're dead. You don't know anything about these zombies. So it's them learning the rules of The Walking Dead. And I think that's what was so interesting about the show. And hopefully they play throughout this whole season, and seeing these characters develop into survivors. And seeing how the government plays on that, because in the comics, because I've only read the first trade of The Walking Dead, I will catch up one day, but in the first trade of The Walking Dead, it's very much about the government, and here you're playing a little bit more about the government. Will we learn how the walkers came to be? No, but this is the closest we're gonna get. So I actually thought this was a very solid pilot. It got me interested in the world. The characters are interesting enough. I do think the pacing was a little slow in the beginning, but it really caught up by the end, and I think 6 episodes is perfect for the season. And I'm actually really looking forward to seeing where the show goes. But let me know in the comments below what you think. I will continue to review Fear the Walking Dead, or Fear the Walking Dead, every Sunday, so be sure to watch. And this is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Mom, what are you doing?